good morning. It's Tuesday. It's another copy and cards. I can't believe where the last week has gone. I don't know, time flies by so fast. Welcome. My name is Kate Bolt. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the UK, bringing you copy and cards every Tuesday morning at 11, Facebook Live for some paper crafting fun. I'll just give a minute, see if anybody hops on, but welcome and good morning. And how is everyone? Gosh, that's a bit of glare, isn't it? It's a beautiful day. It's a lovely day. Good morning, Linda. Hello, how are you? I hope you're really well. Good morning to you. Do let me know if you're watching live. Good morning, Margaret. Lovely to see you. Hi, lovely. Hi, Carol. How are you? I'm just checking on my laptop to make sure that I'm live in the right spot. Just give me a moment. Yeah, there we go. That's right, I am in the right place. Hello, Hilary. Hello, let me take my glasses off. There's far too much glare. Good morning to you. Hi, Linda, again. I hope you're good. I hope it finds you well. It's been a busy week. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm having some craft room storage. I've got some brand new storage going into my craft room, so I'm having a whole rainbow of cardstock coming up behind me there. So I've got some more of that just coming this afternoon. I've been putting in these slots here in my craft room. So yes, my craft room's having a reorganisation, so it's busy. Good morning, Jen. How are you? It's lovely to see you all. How nice. I hope you've had a good week. The sun is shining. We've had a few good dry days, which is such a change that we really need. And it feels like spring is in the air. Good morning, Joe. I'm the late one. I was a few minutes late today. I don't think you're late at all. No, not at all. It's lovely to see you. Actually, I will definitely give you a tour of my craft room, Linda, when it's completed, because I'm having a bit of a reorganisation. You're babysitting your grandson. Oh, blow bubbles to him for her. So cute. I'm glad you're well. Yes, I will definitely give you a little tour. My craft room is not huge, but it's perfect. And I will give you a tour of it when it's done. So at the moment, I'm putting in new storage for all my card stock all the way across the top of my big unit at the back here. So I've got 2 more of those to go in today. I've got punch storage that is here, that all my punches are going to go into, and then I'm organising all my stamps. So the rest of my craft room's upside down, and these are an IKEA furniture, and as soon as IKEA opens again, I need another piece to go on the end to increase the storage down that side. So I will be, once it's done and I've got my new storage on the end and it's all in, I'll show you my craft room, because then you'll be able to see how it works. Joe, this, I've recommended these storage here where I've got this to people for a few years now, and I've only just gone around to getting my own. So this is bespoke, and it's made by a guy called Creations by Rod. It's very difficult to get storage for 12 by 12 papers and cardstock here in the UK. It's widely available in the US, but it's difficult here. So this guy saw a gap in the market, and he makes it bespoke. And you know, Stampin' Up! Demonstrators and paper crafters, word of mouth for him. But you can find his website, Creations by Rod. And he's got so many different things, and they are basically made to fit the Kallax IKEA units. And so this is a Kallax, but the storage is from Creations by Rod. So thanks, guys, thank you. And I've been waiting for a couple of years to get my hands on mine. I've ordered 5 of these. I've got 4 of the paper storage so far. I'll be getting another one. And I've got the punch storage, but you can get tons of things, tons and tons. It's got a whole range. So yeah, get what you like. And then he makes it himself in his workshop and ships it to you. You do have to spray it white or whatever colour you want. Very simple to do though. So my other ones are drying. I've been outside spray painting. Love it. You've been gardening. Honestly, Joe, I was so inspired. I felt a bit ashamed of myself because my garden's a little bit of a state, but love it. I went out this morning and did a bit of tidy up and picked up all my garden chairs and filled up the bird feeders and all that kind of stuff. I'm glad you stopped to join us though. I'm really glad you did. So this morning we're going to be using this stamp set. Let me see if I can turn the orientation round on here like I did the other day, so you can see it a little bit better. I've got to remember how to do it. Here we go. So we have got Tasteful Touches. And this is in our annual catalogue, and it's got some great sentiments in here. The good things in life are better with you. Just saying hello. You are so special. And you are the best. It's flipped the orientation, so it's difficult for me to move around, but you can read it. So that we're using this. In fact, I bought the suite in the annual catalogue. I'm going to use nearly all of it. So I've got the papers that go with it. This is part of a bundle, so I've got the Tasteful labels dies that go alongside it, and some little embellishments that go with it too. So we're going to be using all of that, and I love it. And I'll show you where it is in the annual catalogue. It's on page 124. Here it is. Sorry, now I've got to go that way. Can I get rid of this? I don't know if I can get rid of this. Oh yeah, there we are. Hi Baz! I lost all my comments because I had the little tools up there. Catalogues, they are called catalogues, yes. I'm glad you joined us. Let's have a look. You did inspire me. Lovely to see you, Baz. So yeah, I'm using this one. I haven't used it enough. I love it, and the dies that come with it particularly, I have used those a ton. They are so useful. So I'll show you those. You'll recognise those ones. So that's that. Now, while we're talking about the annual catalogue, I've got some news for you. So this is the annual catalogue. It's the big one, the big catalogue, this one. This is retiring soon. This is actually retiring at the end of April for customers. And we have a brand new catalogue coming out at the very beginning of May. However, we get the retiring list. So everything that is going from this catalogue, that's actually being published tomorrow evening. And so then what is left is while stocks last for the next month out of this catalogue. So that retiring list is going up tomorrow evening. You will know as soon as I know. We know at the same time. I will put it on my Facebook page. I'll put a link to the list. Yes, that's Punch Storage Baz. Yes, that is. I'll put a link to the retiring list on my Facebook page, and I will send out probably a blog post or an email with the retiring list in it. But do look on my Facebook page, you'll find it there, and you can have a look at all the things that are retiring, because sometimes the things on the retiring list go really fast, so within hours. So if there's anything you had your eye on in that catalogue, once they're gone, they don't come back again, so don't hang about. The other thing that you will want to get your hands on are these. So these are the in colours that are leaving us. Okay, so we've got Rococo Rose, Terracotta Tile, Pretty Peacock, we've got Seaside Spray, that's one of my favourites, Purple and Purple Posy. So we've got these 5, they're leaving us. They're the 2019 to 2021 in colours. And at the beginning of May, we'll have the brand new in colours that are coming in for this year. But these are going. If you have these, or you just have the ink pad and you don't have the re-inker, grab the re-inker now. Because if you wait for the retiring list, it'll be gone, and they won't be discounted either. So just grab it, because if you want your ink pad to last, you need the re-inker. So grab it now. Any cardstock or anything you like that goes alongside it. If you don't have the ink pad and you like those colours, grab it. Because I get so many people saying, oh, I can't get that re-inker. Well, neither can I. So once it's gone, I can't help you, I'm afraid. So grab those if you want them. So that's all the news. Rococo Rose is going, and it is a favourite. So guys, if you don't have the re-inker, grab it, because you want your ink pad to last. But don't worry, we're going to be having some beautiful new colours coming in. We've been getting lots of clues as demonstrators. We've been, every night, Stampin' Up have been giving us a hint and a clue on what the next in colour is going to be. And tomorrow, demonstrators get to see a PDF of the brand new catalogue. And we get to know what the in colours are and all the new products that are coming out. And we will be able to pre-order from the 1st of April. Very, very, very excited for that. I can't wait this year. I'm really excited. And if you want to do that, join my team. Join up Stampin' Up. Take advantage of the starter kit. Get a discount, and you can pre-order, and you can get your stuff in April instead of waiting until May. If you like that idea, get in touch with me. Okay. Get the re-inkers and the marker pens. That's a good idea, Baz. Definitely. Make a big list. We all need a wish list, don't we? What do you think, Baz? What's going to be in there? Oh my gosh. So many nice things. All right. Okay, so shall we crack on with a little bit of crafting? Do you want to tell me if you've got anything exciting for this week going on, anybody? Have you got anything exciting before I start? I don't think I've got anything huge. We've got the catalogue, as I say, so we've got all the Stampin' Up news. There's lots of that going on, loads of stuff. I have just taken delivery, literally, because some of you might be interested in this. I have a big box over here, over there. I've just taken delivery of all the supplies for my March class, the Well Done class. So expect that in the next few days, ladies. I've just got to prep and cut and post. So thanks for your patience, that's coming. Yeah, and also, yeah, Baz, that's me. That is me all over. I see things in the catalogue and I think, oh, all right, okay, not so sure about that. Or, oh yeah, that's nice, but I probably won't bother. And then I see someone use it, as you say, and you're done. That's it. You've got to have it because it's so nice. Do that all the time, all the time. Yes. So yeah, so the Well Done suite is here for the classes. They're coming out. One more piece of news before we start crafting. Oh, you're having a second vaccination, Margaret. That's great news. I'm so pleased. Congratulations. That's great. So yeah, both my husband and I have had our first vaccination, so that's good. You know, we're doing really well, aren't we? I don't know how many we've done now. What was it, 25 million? I think we're rather fab. We're doing so well. The other piece of big news I want to share with you before I craft is that I've started a coffee and cards in the post kit. So subscription is now closed for April, but in the middle of April I will be bringing one for May. I'm just waiting to see what's coming and what's retiring before I advertise that one, but that will be advertised somewhere in the middle of April for May. And yeah, so if you want to know exactly how my coffee and cards in the post kit works, have a look on my blog at inkstampshare.ink. Right at the top on the header, click on there and give you all the information. So you will get a kit that will go for 4 or 5 weeks depending on what we've got in the month, and every week you can craft along with me and we can make the same cards together. It'll be great fun. Oh, you've had your first two, Lou. I've had mine. Good. We're doing well, aren't we, ladies? Right, let's get crafting. I'm going to turn the camera around. Now, this was a little bit clunky, so please bear with me. Here you go. Hold on to your hats. Right, I'm going to take you out the tripod. Okay, here we go. Just going to turn you around. Here we go. There we are. Just need to pop you down while I readjust it. You can see all the papers I've got out. Now, gonna have fun this morning. It's lovely to see you, Louise. I don't think I've seen you for ages. So nice to see you. I love coffee and cards. I get to kind of, not really see, but kind of see you all, if that makes sense. I do need to adjust my tripod a bit more. Tell me how this looks, ladies. Is this okay? It could do with we'll get there in a minute. There. How is that? Is that okay? You've got quite a high view today, so you've got a bit of a view either side of my grid, but that's fine. You can see everything that's going on that you need to see. Now, I think I've got you back to front, so let's turn that one around. That's better. That's much better. There you are. No, you're not back to front to me at all. Okay, I'm going to show you what we're using. So, you've already seen the stamp set, the Tasteful Touches. I'm going to use the dies that are going alongside it, and I got these when this catalogue launched because they are so useful, and you get all of these dies. In fact, I think there's a couple not in there. So you get all of these dies in here. Some of them are stitched, some of them are double stitched, and they fit all the sentiments that are on here. I think I've taken one die out of there. Or no, there's 2 more over here. These ones, so useful. They all seem to have a label to fit the sentiment you want, and they go around these as well. So this is the coordinating stamp set. So they're the ones we're going to be using today. Okay, and then in the suite, when it came out, we have all the Tasteful papers, In Good Taste Designer series papers. And they're textured. Well, not, you know, what I mean is they look like they're textured. They're all these kind of surfaces like tiles and wood grain and paint effect. And you get a lot. They're really useful. They're really useful background papers for taking photographs as well. So if you're a demo and you need a nice background to put your card on to photograph, this is a great idea. Okay, so yeah, they're the papers we're going to be using, and they're really versatile. I use them for scrapbooking, card making, and box making. Right, so let's pop those down there out of the way, and we're going to start. Now, what page was it on? In Good Taste. Yes, here it is. So it's on page 124 of the annual catalogue, if you're wondering. Right, I'm going to have a bit of fun with our first card. I've got it all ready. Oh, Baz, yes, you're right. You can. You can. I don't think there are any missing. I think I've just taken the ones out that I needed to use, but that's a really good tip. Baz says if you have your dies in there, when they arrive, they're all beautifully put in the right place. If you draw a pencil or a pen line around them, you can always put them back in the right place so they fit, but also you can tell if there are any missing. It's a great tip, Baz. I should take notice of that. All right, so for my first card, I've cut a piece of the designer series paper. I love this. It looks like that kind of tweedy texture. And I've got a card base. It's my regular card base, and it's A4 scored in half at 10.5 centimetres and then cut in half at 14.9 centimetres. And I have then cut a piece of the paper to fit exactly over the top. So I've got no border at all. 10.5 by 14.9, and I'm literally going to stick it on. But first of all, I'm going to do some stamping straight onto it. So I've used a coordinating colour card base. You can use any colour you like because you're covering most of it up. So I'm going to take one of the stamps from the set. I'm going to take this little, this little pattern here. I'm going to use that one, and I've got the white ink pad. So hang on, I missed that, Lou. I missed your comment. I don't think I can see all those. Watch live video. Does it give me? No, yes, here we are. Totally missed having a... No, it's not been fun at all, has it, Louise? Not fun to be at home when you're ill and you have to do all the homeschooling and the kids at home all the time. It's not easy. So I've got my white ink pad. I'm hoping it's a bit easier now they're back at school then. Does make a bit of difference, doesn't it? Okay, so I've got my white ink pad, and I'm going to do some random stamping kind of on wherever I want it to go, and you can kind of see how it works. You can build it up into a little pattern. I really like this. And I'm going to put my sentiment on this piece here that I've already die cut out using the die. So I'm just going to pop that on there. I've got a piece that I'm going to put underneath it. So I'm going to put that there. And then I can work out where the rest of my white stamping needs to go, because I want to see it. I don't want to cover it all up. Right, let's have a look. So if I pop that there. And then I think I'm going to... I don't know if I should put that there like that. That should be enough, I think. So yeah, this is the craft white ink. It takes a little while to dry, guys, so give it a chance. So I've used that, and mine probably needs re-inking, but you can see it quite well enough. But if I re-ink it, it would be really white. Okay, so let's pop that one to the side. And then I think I am going to use the early espresso, which I haven't got out for some reason. I don't know why. Early espresso ink pad to use, and I have already die cut my white piece. You don't need to do that, but I was just trying to save a little bit of time because I'm going to make 3 cards with you today. So I've taken my die, and it embosses this line. Look, I'll show you. It embosses the line around the side. It's really lovely. So I've already cut my piece out. What I would normally do is stamp and then cut around it, because then you know that you've got it really accurate. Okay, and I want You Are the Best, because it's going to fit nicely in the middle. Okay, let's hope this works. If it doesn't, we'll have to go again. You are the best. Hooray! You are the best. Right, so we've got that one. That's going to go on there. And I've cut a scrap of just another piece in a lighter shade. And it's just a little scrap. And it's great for using up my little scraps, this card, because you can pop that behind there and use that. And I'm going to glue that down. I've got my adhesive. I like to keep it close by. I've got it in a little bowl so that I don't have to keep rummaging around looking for it. So first of all, I'm going to glue this piece down. Take a piece of, sorry, a little bit of Tombow. Oh, that's all gummy. So who's excited for the new catalogue? Can you tell I might be? New stuff. More ideas. Okay. There we go. And then I think I'm going to raise this one up on the sticky foam pad just to give it a bit of dimension. So I just think I'll take 3 because I think that would work. I will need a white inside to my card so that I can write inside when I want to write. It's a bit curved. Oops. Let's stick it down properly, shall we? You Are the Best. This piece looks skew-if. Is it stuck now? It's stuck. Is it skew-if? Maybe it's me, the way I'm looking at it. Let's pop this one on. Oh, I think it's all right. There. You Are the Best. Okay. I'm going to pop it on the front of my card. Using some Tombow. I think this would be great for... Oh, Carol, you said me. What for? What did I miss? I think... oh, you're excited for the new catalogue. I'm super excited. Honestly, I don't know why. Normally I'm just like, oh, I've got so much still to use from the old one. Not this year. I am well ready for it. I do like this. I think if I re-inked my white ink pad, this would come out a lot more clearly defined. And also I could have heat embossed it in white. That would have showed it up more, but I think I just needed to re-ink that. So I might try it again later. So You Are the Best. And the other thing that comes in this suite are the In Good Taste elements, and I haven't used them. Shame on me. Shame on me. So they come with all these wooden pieces, leaves and ferns. Oh, this one popped out there. And then we've got all these little ones. And I thought we'd use some of these. Let's pop some out. How I could have had these for so long and not used them, I have no idea. It's exciting to use them. So I think I'm going to use a few. one more. There we are. Let's pop that back in there. Ooh, I might need that leaf. Let's just put those there because I'm probably going to get those back out again. Little bits of glue and pop them on. Wish your mojo would come back. Oh, Baz, I'll send you some of my mojo. I've got enough mojo for you and me at the minute. I'm sorry. My mojo's on its way to you, hey. I'm just going to add these little wooden elements on. These are cool because you can ink them up and change the colour of them quite easily. So this would be nice for a man, I think. You don't always want all the pink and flowery ones, do you? Well, you might, but not necessarily. So I think this would be great for a chap. There we go. Now, I didn't cut my insert, so I need to do that. I was very remiss. Grab some white cardstock. I am loving my new storage. Well, I've got it all in later today. I'm going to have a whole rainbow going in the rainbow shades along the craft room. It's going to look so nice. There's a little cross. I need that. Right. Let's put that to the side and cut the inside. Oh, heat and stick powder and then add gilding flakes. That would be so nice, wouldn't it? Can I make a confession? If I make a confession to you guys, don't tell anyone, will you? I have the gilding flakes and the heat and stick powder. I have decanted it into a bigger container because it grows when you open it and it gets everywhere. It is beautiful. My confession is that I haven't played with it yet. I must, because it's so amazing. I'm desperate to. I'm not sure why I haven't. Right, okay, you are the best. And I'm just going to put that again inside. You could put thank you inside, but I'm just going to use the same stamp set so you can see that you can do this. You don't have to have another stamp set. I could have put the good things in life are better with you. In fact, I think I will because I don't want to put the same one inside. That's a nice one. And the font is lovely. Look at that. Yeah, absolutely, Lucy. I'm a bit like that with a catalogue, though, when it starts off. I don't always want it all, especially all at once. But then gradually over time, I tend to get quite a bit that I'm going to use for my business, my Stampin' Up business. I obviously need that, but then you just build up the other things as you go. Yes. Good things in life are better with you. Oh, I love that. And this early espresso's colour goes really well, I think. So that one's going to go inside. And then I've got a couple more. It's really a good idea, though, especially if you want to work out exactly what you want to buy to do what you've done, Lucy, is to gradually build up your ink colours, your cardstock colours and everything like that, because it can be very easy to grab a whole, like, oh, I want that stamp and that punch and things, and you get it and then you get it and you don't have the right colours, you don't have the right cardstock. Grab your colours because yeah, they're the staple, aren't they, of what you need. So there's our first one. I love this. Very simple, very easy to make. Okay, so that was our first one. Now we're going to have a bit of fun with this next one, okay? So I have got it ready. I'm going to like this one. So I have got a Whisper White, not Whisper White anymore, Basic White. It's not very well folded. There we are. Get my bone folder out. a basic white card base. I've got a petal pink layer, slightly smaller. So the petal pink layer is 10 by 14.3. Just going to grab an embossing folder for that one. I'll put it away cleverly. Which one shall we use? Why do I put these things away and then need them? I tidied it up this morning. Okay, I think we're going to use a different one. But I love this one and I've not really used it a huge amount. This is called the Old World 3D paper embossing folder. This is not the one that comes with this suite. I never actually did buy that one. It didn't tickle me at the time, and then I didn't get around to getting it. So I'm going to use this one. And this is it kind of gives you a weathered look on your paper. And it comes with the World of Good suite with the maps, the world maps and the globes and the travel theme. But I'm going to use that on my petal pink piece. I'm going to pop that through. Put that through my big shot now. I'm having trouble with it. Make sure I've got the right sandwich. There we are. There. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, how cool is that? Look at that. Oh, it's a really good way of adding some texture to your card, Lucy, without doing very much at all. How cute is that? I really like that. Now, it's going to be interesting because I've got a lot of bits to stick on this and I'd forgotten how textured it was. So let's hope they all stick down, shall we? Okay, so I think I'm going to glue it down and I'm going to use plenty of Tombow because you see all the dips and folds in it. It's a great embossing folder. Perfect if you wanted to do anything with a little bit of distressing in as well, or if you like making junk journals, it'd be great for that. Or labels. Okay, got it on there. I think my card base is slightly big. One or the other. Let's have a look. Nope, that's perfect. That's it. Right, here we go. It's stuck on well. Now, this other little die from the set. Yes, it is. Do you remember all those times you might have done a project and the person teaching you to make it said, right, we're going to distress the paper and you have to crumple it all up and you all get a bit, oh, I don't want to do that. But actually it's done for you and it looks so nice. I love it. So this die here, this little die that's in the set, I have taken lots of scraps of that designer series paper and I have cut them out into little banners using that die. Okay, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to put this one on and then this one and then this one, the blue one, and this one, and this one. I'm going to glue them on. I'm just going to glue them down and go for it. Like the other side. Yes, that's a good idea, Baz. I've done that before. I did that one with the, you know, we've got the trees one, like all the pine trees on that embossing folder. I did that at Christmas and added the ink, like you say, to the embossing folder before you put it in the die cutting machine. and it looked really good adding on. I added it with, sometimes you can use a brayer, a sponge brayer, or you could use a sponge dauber, and I had lots of green trees. They looked great. It worked really well. It's a good tip. There are lots of ways to use your embossing folders. Yeah, I'll just run the ink with the dauber on it. I need to make sure I've got enough room for all my strips. Oh, thanks, Margaret. It seemed to be really effective, and it didn't take a lot of effort, you know. It's quite a simple thing to do that was effective. How are you, by the way, Margaret? Are you still getting out doing your walks? That's something we can do, isn't it? Right, there we are. Just pop them on as they are. There we go. So I've got those on there, all the different pretty ones. Like that. Okay, now the other thing that I've done is I have stamped my sentiment already, and I've chosen just saying hello, and I've already stamped it because I stamped it onto vellum. If you stamp onto vellum, it works really well. But it does take a little while to dry, and because I didn't want to smudge it everywhere, I stamped it in advance, and it was just the just saying hello, this one, and I stamped it in Night of Navy using this one like that onto the vellum, and whilst I've been chatting, I've let it dry, and then I'm going to take this die from the set and I'm going to cut it out on the big shot next to me. Not a big shot. It's my Stampin' Up! Cut and Emboss machine. It's the same, but better. It's better. Right. Just going to cut a piece off of my vellum so that it goes through a bit better. It fits it perfectly. So let's put that one out of the way. So there we are, look, and that's not smudging. You've walked and walked and walked. I'll bet you've done some miles. Hello, Philomena, how are you? Good morning, or whatever it is. I'm not sure what it is. Or is it there? Okay, now I am going to put a little bit of glue on the back. I might use a glue dot, I think. Ooh, damn it, it's not stuck to me. I might use a glue dot because you can see glue through the vellum. Good morning, Wanda. So I'm going to take the glue dots. Now these are the mini ones. They're quite small, so I'm going to pop them behind the vellum. So hopefully we won't see it. Where are you starting? There they are. I'm just going to pop it on the back. There, like that. Actually, I'll bring it over. Where should I pop it? I think it's good there, like that. And then I'm going to work out where else I can put my glue dot, because I'm going to cover the glue dot. So you can't really see it. So those are on there now. I could probably put another one on in a minute. And then I'm going to grab these wooden elements that come with the In Good Taste suite again. And I'm going to take the little crosses. Look, there's little crosses and they've got a little cross in. They're so cute, these wooden shapes. I've never been a wooden shape fan, and that might be why I've not used them. But now I'm in love with these little things. And I suppose you can colour them if you would like to. Let's have another one of odd. We'll have another 5. I think that seems to work really well. I love this embossing folder. So we're using all things from the annual today. So let's see if any of this is on the retiring list tomorrow. Right, so I'm going to pop it on. It's not going to be stuck to me. Actually, it's probably better just to put the glue where you'd like the little cross to go. Our lake, our big lake that I love to walk around, has been flooded the whole winter pretty much, with the odd exception. But really pretty much all winter. I am so looking forward to that receding and getting out around there again. So I think I'm going to put another one. I'll put one there. And then put a couple the other side. I might have to put another glue dot down there. So let's put a glue dot there and I'll cover it up with one of these. Oh, I'm so excited to get the rest of my storage in. I'll put a picture up when I've done my storage, and then definitely when I've got the rest of my furniture, I will show you my craft room properly. How's that? That's a really good idea, Baz. Do you know, I'd never really thought about heat embossing them. Thank you for that. That's a great tip. Could definitely heat emboss, use heat embossing, Versamark and heat embossing powder to colour these. Oh, that's a good idea. I have a blog hop coming up soon and it's metallics. That might be a really good idea, Baz, to do that with these wooden elements. Thank you for that. So I've got just saying hello, and that is my card. I hope you like it. It's very simple again, but it makes use of those papers. And if you have a lot of scraps, you could easily make quite a lot of those. So I've got just saying hello, and then I'm going to make one more card if you're still with me. Hope you are. This one's a bit of fun. So, are you still with me? I've got a base, a card base in basic white. And it's A4 scored in half at 10.5 and cut in half at 14.9. That's my usual. And then I have got another piece of the designer series paper. It's like bathroom tiles or floor tiles or something like that. Thanks, Jen. I'm just going to stick it on, and I've actually done exactly the same as I did for the first card. I'm not having a border at all. I'm just going for a completely exactly the same size over the top. But I think before I do it, I'm going to make sure I've got my card layer done. So, okay, next thing is a piece of scrap card. And there is a flower in this set. It's this one. And I'm going to stamp that one. Where are you, flower stamp? What did I do with you? Put you over there. Here it is. And I'm going to use soft suede. Now, this soft suede is really dry. I have a brand new ink pad actually, but I decided to use this old one because it's dry. Well, not dry, but it's not as vivid as my new one, my juicy one. I could easily re-ink it, but I wanted to use it a little bit paler. If your ink pad is really juicy, stamp it off. And when I say stamp it off, this is what I mean. So that's your first impression. And you would want something a little bit paler, so you would go for the second stamp like that. So if you want a drier one, just stamp your juicy one off. Does that make sense? Mine is quite dry, so I'm just going to go for this. Which is why if you create this, your image might be a little bit darker. That's fine. If you want it pale, stamp it off. Now I'm just going to stamp 2 flowers in the brown, in the soft suede, like that. And then I'm going to take some of my blend pens, and I've gone for Flirty Flamingo, and I've got the light and the dark, but I'm going to use very much mostly the light colour. And all I'm going to do is colour in a little bit of the base of the leaves, nearly to the edge and not quite. Just give it an impression of the colour all of the way, like that. So you don't have to be too accurate with it. Like that. And it kind of gives you an idea of where the shading is by these little lines in this flower. There we are. So just like this. And do it until you think you've done what you want to do. Okay, so when you've done that, do the middle. I'm going to do the middle in the dark pink. Like that. And then we're going to cut it out. Now we don't have a die for this flower, so we cut it out by hand. All right, and I need 2. So I'm not going to make you watch me colour and cut them out. They are quite easy to cut out. It's a literal, just a flower shape. They're not too fiddly at all. So I've done them already. Pretty much Blue Peter style. I've got mine coloured in and cut out. And why not? And then I do need a piece of the designer series paper that I've not yet cut out actually. Let me grab the trimmer. There we are. And the papers. Now, I did show you the papers, but I've got some scraps I think I'll use. I've got one of that one. So many scraps and so little time. I could use this one. This pink is nice, but there's one that I'm actually going for. So I think I'll use it. It's this one. I really like this, and it's going to tone in with our pink flower. Yes, here's some I made earlier. Pure Blue Peter style, isn't it? So let's think about the width of the card base. And the card base is 10.5. So that's what I want it to be, but I only want a little strip of it. So I'm going to cut that off at 10.5 because I shall be using it all. Like that. Right. Here's how it's going to go. And then I would like a little strip. So let's decide how much I need. How about 6? I could always cut it down. Let's go for 6 centimetres. So I've got it at the width, like that. And then I'm going to grab my flowers and see. Now I think they may be a little bit, it may be a bit big. So I think I'm going to go for 5. Take a centimetre off it. Let's go for it. So just got a strip of the paper that's going to go across the front in that colour. That's going to go on there. So that's going to layer up here, and my flower is going to go on the top. Before I do any more, I'm going to stamp on here. Right, now I have got garden green. And I'm going to do the garden green for these leaves that are in the stamp set. And then I've also got this nice kind of, I don't know what you call this design in the stamp set. It's like a filigree design. I'm going to use that too. And I think I'm going to do that in the soft suede. And I'm going to stamp it off to make it really pale. So let's see what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the flowers away. I'm going to ink this one up. I want it really pale, so I'm going to stamp it off a couple of times, and I want it to poke out underneath of where that line is going to be. So you can just about see it like that. Oh, I like that. I like it a lot. I think I'm going to do it on the top. That way up. That's pretty. I don't know, can you see that? Just about. You can just about see that, but it does look very pretty. You're not really meant to see too much of it. That's the idea. Right, let's move that out of the way. There we go. And then we're going for green. Right, I'm going to hide some of this underneath and just have it coming out on the top there, like that. And a little bit there. And make sure I hide my stems. And then it's going to go like that. So I'm going to have that coming out there like that. So that's going to go over there and you can just see it peeking out. Can you see that? Okay, so that's there. That's how we are. Okay, so I think I can glue it down now. Yeah, glue this one down at least. I can have a little bit of layering. Pop that on. Like there. So you can still see the other stamping there and there. Okay. Now I'm going to use some of these leaves, these wooden leaves that come with. There's a small one, and I think I'll use two of the large ones. I'm going to put a little one here. I'm going to put a big one here, and actually I might use another small one. I think that one's a bit big. Another one of those. There we are. Like that. Now, where are those flowers? Flowers are here and here. Okay, so I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to stick this one down first, and I'm going to use Tombow because really, I'm glad you like it. It's really strong, this glue. So pop the Tombow on. Like that. And then I'm going to stick these two down as well. I might just stick one. My tummy's rumbling. Must be lunchtime soon. Okay, so these are going to go on. I'm going to use this couple of foam pads. Should make sure I've got it how I'm going to want it to go. That's it, like that. And then I want another one this way. Don't want to cover it all up. Just glue that one in under there. I was going to have it on the top, but I don't want it poking out over the edge of the card. There, that's in there like that. Now we've got one more thing to do. I'm going to put this on here. Like that. Let's glue that one on. So what are you all doing for the rest of your day, ladies? Have you got anything nice planned? Are you going out for a little walk? Doing anything nice? I'm cooking. I've got a nice new recipe book. I popped it on Facebook last night. It's a one dish baking vegetarian main meal book, if you get me. It's really good. I'm making something else from that tonight for our dinner. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. And you just put it all into the oven and you don't have to stand over it. How good is that? Every recipe does that. Yes, don't forget to stamp onto your designer series paper because I always forget about being able to do that. And it's so good. It's so good. Okay, so we need one more thing now, don't we? We need do I do with it? We need to put a sentiment on there. And I've got to decide what I'm going to put on there. So I was going to put, "You are so special." I need a slightly wider piece of cardstock than that one. I've got a spare piece. I've got a piece here. There, that will go. And what colour shall I do it in? I ought to do it in Flirty Flamingo because it would match. I think I've used nearly all the stamps in this set. Apart from the feather this time. So let's stamp it and do it in Flirty Flamingo. Where is that ink pad? Here it is. I'm using Flirty Flamingo because that's the colour blend I used to colour the flowers with. Oh, that is very bright, but I quite like that. Let's try that again though, so I stamp it a little bit better because I didn't do very well. Managed to create a nice little halo because I got ink everywhere. There we go. That's a better one. There's two pieces aside. There's two sides to every piece of cardstock, isn't there? No disasters. Right, let's cut that one out. Pop it on. You are so special. A little bit of washi tape holds it down in place really well. So when you put it in your Stampin' Up! Cutting Emboss machine, it doesn't move. And that's going to stick on there. I am going to use glue rather than, because I've already popped these up on dimensionals, and I'm just going to use a little bit on the back, on the bits where it's going to stick to the bits that are raised, so here and here. Like that. There you go. So that is that. And I will stamp inside too. Excuse my arm, won't you? Let's just clean that stamp so that I don't end up stamping it in blue or green or whatever colour it was I did before. Let's check it's clean. Yes. Slow cooking a keema curry. Practicing slow cooking for when we have a kitchen extension done. Baz, I need your tips. The builders are moving in the middle of next month to rip out our kitchen. We're having a brand new kitchen. It's very long waited for, this kitchen, and I cannot wait, but I'm kind of apprehensive about they're going to be in for about 4 weeks and no idea how we're going to cope. So I need all the tips you've got. Does anyone else have any tips? So I have a slow cooker that I could put somewhere else. Yeah, I do have things that I could use, but it's just practical tips would be great. Good things. Oh, I didn't stamp that very well, but we'll ignore that, won't we? We'll pretend it's stamped really well. The good things in life are better with you. Okay. So there we go. So this is using the In Good Taste Designer Series papers and the Tasteful Touches stamp set and dies, and just a bit of the added stuff elements here, the wooden ones. So I hope you've enjoyed Coffee and Cards this morning and you've loved these papers and these stamps and dies. Oh no, did you? You had to resubmit it. Oh goodness. We're not having an extension, so we're lucky we don't have to do that. I hope yours goes to plan, Baz. I'm sure it will. It's very exciting, isn't it? Yes. So, cards, they're done. And they come from here. Now, I'm going to let you into a little secret. I love these cards. I did not design them. You know that big annual catalogue that you've got that you look through and you love and you think there's lots of goodies in there that you'd like. Don't forget to use it as an ideas book. The designers create the cards in here, not just to catch your attention for the products, but to give you ideas of how to use them. And so I literally cased the catalogue today. I literally did. And I'm going to show you how I did that. So I didn't use as much ink here, and they may have embossed the white here, but this was my version of this one. So this one and this one. Okay, so that one was that one. And then I love these cards and I had to make them. So this is the You Are So Special, and I took it as a jumping off point. So here is mine. I used the die that's in the set. They've just cut out a rectangle, but I really like the die, so I used it and I had it. But other than that, it's exactly the same. I think they might have used Old Olive. I used Garden Green, and I just like the way it pops, but either way. And the last one over here is this one. Now they used the embossing, the Tasteful textile embossing folder here. I don't have that one. I used the paper one, and I really like the effect it gives. But apart from that, they've used a staple. I didn't bother. I just used some glue dots. Other than that, it's exactly the same. And I really like them. So don't forget to use your catalogue. That's what it's for. Case your catalogue. And yeah, I took them from there. So I hope you like it. And you can always pop into your catalogue and have a look and copy them. Right, I will see you on Friday, hopefully, for Facebook Friday Live on Friday evening. I would love you to join me. I hope you can. If you like anything that you have seen, you can always get it in my online shop at inkstampshare.ink. So don't forget to pop over there. And if you do use the host code to get a gift from me at the end of the month for shopping with me. If you're watching on replay, please let me know. I like to know when you're watching and if you watch live or how you are. And yeah, leave me a comment. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I love to see you with me. And I like to read all your comments. So thanks, ladies. Have a fabulous rest of your week. I will see you on Friday. Don't forget the retiring list is going out tomorrow. And don't miss out on any of those goodies that you'd like. We will get access to the new catalogue, and as soon as we're allowed to pre-order, I will be getting all the catalogues out to send to you. So that's exciting. Bye, ladies. Have a fabulous day. Take care. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.